$11.95? You can't afford $11.95? What's your problem?
Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Juice on your lip and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free and I'm begging to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only, yeah, Kool-Aid girl, my only love. If I was that guy from the farming website, I'll treat you right, clap those cheeks all night. I would change your life, no more OnlyFans. I will be your only man. Free Kool-Aid for life, only for $11.95. No more living in a van. We're going on vacation in Japan, and you can use my hot tub. Kool-Aid girl, my only. Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Juice on your lip and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free and I'm begging to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only. Kool-Aid girl, my only. Juice on your lip and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free and I'm begging to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only. Kool-Aid girl, my only. Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Kool-Aid girl, my only love.
That being said.
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 Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right, and just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. AL Team Insider, the legend, Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Ski to the Dead, psychological style host, Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
There we go. Hello, everyone. We are here. It is time for... Are we dropping the bit? Are we keeping the bit going? What's your thoughts on the laugh bit? Feels kind of... I don't know. What do you think? You can choose, Meerkat.
I think laughing used to set the tone greatly, and if we start laughing, then it implies that we have nothing to laugh about, which we do. So we don't want to mislead the listeners, you know?
We do. That is true. Big ups everybody for being here. An hour early style show on Thursday for our message style show. Big ups everybody. Meerkat, today, I know you have some business style announcements to share. All right? Get to the business.
Yes.
Get to the business. Business time right now.
Finally, the fan fiction competition will climax next week on this day, next Thursday. We got a special guest to help us pick the best one. We're going to be voting on them. Chat's going to be voting on them. You know how it usually works. Everybody who submitted that stuff like 16,000 months ago, we're finally going to go through it. So if you forgot, you actually send in yours, you're going to be reminded. There you go.
And if you want to, update or last chance, if you want to send it in, the deadline's been massively extended. So if you want to send something in, you still can. We'll let it go because this was definitely our fault for letting it take this long. So Send it in next week. It's going to be epic. The fucking fanfic contest coming in hot, everybody.
Yeah.
Anything else, Meerkat, from the business style of things, business side of things?
Well, I got to ask you, what did you find about the employment stuff? I saw you did a stream about that today, the final one. I saw you got some ace stuff.
Yeah, no, God, I
that.
just tweeted it. Logan from Taking L's is a legend because he actually is ace certified, all right? And yes, Prophet asks, can the fanfic be erotic? Yes, and mine will be, so get ready. But the quiz, it's a flashcards for ace certification. And let me just, I mean, it's irrelevant, the definitions, but let me just read you the words you have to know. Active daily use, and the definition is exactly what you think. Benchmarking, the definition is exactly what you think. Comparing yourself to others. The next one was best in class. Yes, that's exactly what you think it means. The best of a certain group. Bottleneck is in this ACE certification. This is stuff that, like, if you're in any kind of corporate world for a month, you understand these words. And yes, they're a little bit more deeper than that. But this is the shit, man, that he claims is the best. And let me tell you, he says on that stream, many times we you know, in WBIG, we play like every mention ever. And he talks about that. I got a big award. It was a massive award. It said I went above and beyond. There's all these different levels, right? I was the associate level. And then he explains how that's the lowest level. But he said, and also everyone in the company had to get this to work at the company so they could have the certification to work on helicopters. Everyone had to get this. And he framed it. We know he framed it. And then he talked it up like it was the biggest award of his life. And when you got to learn words like bottleneck on this test. Bottleneck.
Yeah. And I think it's a little bit more than just learning what it means, but being able to explain it in business terms, because a lot of the companies, they want you to have that business corporate language down. Because, you know, you got one of these cards. Let me just refresh this.
Yeah.
It's called the 5 whys analysis.
Yes.
And it's simply just asking why a problem occurred as many times as needed to get beyond the symptoms of a problem to uncover the root cause. Literally, just asking the word why. And you got an actual card for ACE certification that's like a paragraph long about why you should ask why something happened.
He said he tried to say he used this things he learned in ACE certification in his streaming. He said he's
asking why every day. Why the tips slow? Why the views low?
Yeah.
Why am I getting trolled so hard? More than 5 whys. We're getting hundreds of whys.
Oh, he's mastered the why. But he said he uses the shit he learned on his stream. For example, setting up the stream, taking breaks, managing the pre-stream. He said all these words. I'm not making it up. He said managing the pre-stream. He puts into use his certification in managing a pre-stream. Which is banning people. What else do you do during a pre-stream? I guess jerk off every once in a while. Make sure the camera's off. That's one thing he has to manage. Jerk off, ban people, start stream. That's pretty good. All right, that takes a lot of work. Also, oh, by the way, I forgot. Check out my newest hat to the collection. It is one, the only, the Comcast hat ads. We had to get this. Yeah, I'm the op. I am Levi Hackerman here. I was the one that did it. I'm the Comcast man. But pretty hype. Any chance you guys will be on Lolcast Live? All right. Keldo had asked a question.
We already are. We already are the farmers, basically. What they're doing, we're doing. Yeah.
We're the indentured slaves of the farms.
We're the milkers.
Yeah, we're the milkers. Yeah. We're the third category of the milkers. That's a good question, though. Let's just say in a crazy world, they say, would you come on, Meerkat? Let's say just Meerkat solo. Hey, Meerkat, we know you're cool. We want you on the show. What would you say to that?
I would probably be interested. You know, I think some interesting content's going to come out of it. People are going to be entertained. Of course, it does make me nervous having to represent so many different people in such a heterogeneous group of people that don't agree on most stuff, and me having to be the representative. But I guess I'll have to prepare if that's the case.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hype. I mean, it'd be cool. Yeah. It'd be interesting just to interact with them, you know? Like, I don't know. We talked about Lockup Podcast a little bit, so I don't want to go too long. But the more I watch, the more I see, like, Boogie's trying to put on an act. You know, he's acting like I'm a crazy person. And Wings is just a dude. That's like, he said some fucked up shit in the past, but now he's just a dude. That's kind of like overall kind of just like sitting there. You know what I mean? And like they're trying to manufacture shit. That's why they're so leaning on Phil. But they got to move past it.
This latest episode with June the King was pretty much all about Wings, and it was pretty interesting. Nothing too special, but it's something you can put in the background and listen to. It's like, I don't mind it. But I don't think I would be a good pick to talk to him, because I don't really have much of an opinion on Wings. I don't respect Boogie. He's never going to make me respect him. So I don't care about having my mind changed. But if we're going to talk about Phil, I'm all game.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. But anyways, but good question. Big ups to the person that asked that question. Keldo Head in the house. So before we get to our first, before we get to the messages, thanks everybody for sending messages. We got a lot of them. We're going to get to as many as we can. But what do you think about the GTA 6 trailer, my friend? What are your thoughts? Give your hot takes.
I was going to ask you that. And I forgot. Good thing you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. Even though it doesn't show gameplay, it shows everything that I wanted to see. It shows what they transferred on from Red Dead Redemption, you know, vegetation. There's a shit ton of animals, beautiful lighting, beautiful environments with extreme amounts of details in them. We saw some of the things you can possibly do. We saw a lot of the map. We saw people density, vehicle density. It's all just like next level stuff, man. And it's all in-engine stuff. It's not some shitty cinematic trailer.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. I wasn't expecting too much into like gameplay and so on and so forth. It's a good reveal trailer. That's fine with me.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Just, if it looks cool. All I care about is like, how many buildings can I go in? Because that's the thing. Like that's one thing. Like I got spoiled, I guess, because I started with like, you know, Elder Scrolls games. Is like you can go in everywhere. And my first kind of introduction to those kind of open world style. I mean, once you get the open world style GTA games, it's like I can't go in like anywhere. I was like, what? It's kind of. I was first used to Elder Scrolls style where you can go in fucking everywhere. And then you go to GTA, it's like I can't go in anywhere almost. It kind of sucks. So that's the one thing that matters to me. But I mean, yeah, go ahead.
It's really annoying that in GTA 4, you used to have a lot of interiors. In San Andreas, you have even more to the point where you can program them like there's 100 billion interiors. But in 5, you're so limited towards that.
Yeah.
You can't even like buy a burger in Burger Shot. And Burger Shot is like a classic place you go.
So I hope that's what I hope
start shooting inside, you know.
Yeah, that's what I hope they pick up on. I love these people that watch a minute and get like enraged by shit. Like that's kind of funny for me when people on Twitter like are enraged by a minute-long trailer of a video, you know, like, oh, this, you know, people just look for things to get pissed at, you know, like, oh, they're, you know what I'm talking about. People getting pissed about their, yeah. It's like, come on, man.
I've seen a lot of it, but, you know, you got to keep in mind, this is probably the most publicized gaming event of all time. The trailer got 100 million views in less than like 24 hours. So people are bound to be reactionary and just act on instinct and impulse and just have immediate, just like predefined opinions of stuff. We just gotta wait and see. You know.
Angry Joe made an hour-long video about it. I mean, that's what you got to do, though. It's so hot right now. Everyone's gonna make a video about it. Why not?
Everybody did. I watched one today. I watched Luke Stevens. This guy, he's a pretty, you know, he's a pretty mature-minded guy. He did a breakdown, said a bunch of stuff about it. Cool stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, we're so far away from that. If you think it's 2025, that's like, you know, that's probably 50-50. It's going to be released in 2025, you know? So, you know, we got a long fucking way. Big ups to Mr. Gorehall says, big ups, boys. Steve needs to decompress his back to speed up the recovery. Yeah, I think he's doing the move, you know? Hang on, guys. He's doing it. But let's get, we said our hot takes on GTA 6 trailer. What do you think Phil Burnell might say about this, right? I'm sure some of you might have heard this, but let's get it on the podcast and see what we think here of Phil's big brain takes on GTA 6. Let's go.
That's my take. My take is, number one, Lucia will be the protagonist. There is no second protagonist. It's going to be a story where either she's betrayed or her partner gets murdered or killed or arrested, and now she's left to deal with that. I think that's the drama of the game. That's my take, and they don't want to admit that right away because you'll have people who are fucking sexist idiots who will say they don't like the game because it has a female lead the entire game. That's take number one. Take number two,
take two,
is that we just don't know enough about the game to really make judgments because all you saw was fluff in that teaser besides the few little pieces about Lucia. And I really hope that it does not become a victim game where, oh, wrong place, wrong time. unfairly incarcerated, then freed but forced into the life of crime because there's just no other way for her to make a living outside of crime. Right? Victim. I don't want a victim story. I want a story where someone made bad decisions and maybe they have a redemption arc, or maybe they don't. Like, take a look at Michael in GTA 5. He doesn't necessarily really have a redemption arc. He has a few moments of goodness, but he's pretty much still an asshole, right? That's good. That's interesting. That's better than the boring, very cliche. Oh, it was just a bad
there's the O. You know we're getting in trouble when we get the O.
situation, and because she's the first female protagonist, she was always innocent, and she's just.
How is that? I don't understand any of this take from him. The second part of it, I don't understand any of it. He says it's like fluff and cliche when they got stuck into this situation they didn't want to be in. Well, that's pretty much a standard thing, isn't it, in the GTA universe? Like they are like, fuck, I have to do bad shit. I mean, some people, it's like so normal in GTA.
Yeah, Tommy Vercetti in Vice City. He gets a deal gone wrong. He got betrayed. He got put in a bad spot. He starts off powerless.
Yep.
San Andreas, same thing. CJ comes home. Things go bad. Nico Bellic, GTA 4. He arrives in a foreign city. He got no money. He got no job. He's starting from the bottom. GTA 5, you got Franklin, lives in the hood, doesn't have much, lives with his aunt, so on and so forth. As for the protagonist, we've seen from the actual real leaks that somebody actually went to prison over that you can play with the dude and the chick. So you got two protagonists. That's basically been absolutely confirmed. And then what else? He said there was a lot of fluff in the trailer, but if you know what to look for, they actually tell you a lot because it's all in-engine rendered stuff. So you know what kind of weather mechanics you can expect. You know that there's going to be vegetation, there's going to be animals, there's going to be traffic density, people density. The problem is that it's most probably going to be 30 FPS at launch on consoles because it's going to launch only on consoles at first, 30 FPS.
Yep. And of course, he's going to say, oh my God, 30 FPS in 2025. How could this possibly be? But yeah, it is Phil taking his basic level. How can I turn this 1 minute trailer into some kind of hot take? He thinks he's having a hot take in his mind here that everyone's going to share on Twitter. Like, oh my God, Phil, you figured it out, dude. She's going to be the protagonist. Oh, you're such a genius, Phil. What a legend, game predictor here when it's all wrong. And he says cliche, like I'm the victim. He just saying words at this point that don't have any meaning. 10 seconds left. Let's see if he finishes it.
Forced into this life of debauchery and crime, right? No, I don't like that. I want it to be just like, what you expect. She's a criminal. She made
just like what you expect. Okay, so you're expecting it. Okay.
Maybe now she tries to fix her life. Who knows, right? We'll see. So.
Okay, anyways, that's it. What a great take from Philip Burnell there on the GTA. Let's see how close he is to the correct story there when it comes out in 2025. Mark that. Big ups to Jimmy Joe says, question, do you think Delinda and Dave Burnell are aware of the detractors? And what would they think about it? All right, Meerkat, you got that one. Are Linda and Dave aware of the detractors, and what do they think about it?
I think they are from the perspective of DSP. So, the way that he described the detractors, that's the vision that they got. So you can pretty much assume what that is.
I'm sure his parents think that probably there's someone going to knife him every corner when he steps outside, Oh my God, I went to the mall and his mom's going to be worried about him getting shot because all the tractors around. So, Vape Tour says, let's be real. They're just going to sell more online. Yeah, well, that's how it is.
Well, eventually, I mean, come on. It's Take-Two Interactive, the publisher, and they struck gold with Online 1. Of course, they're going to have another online that's even better and more expensive. Yeah. That's just common sense. As long as we get a good single-player game, honestly, I got no beef. Go get that money.
Yeah, and everyone likes it, so why not? Yeah. Jay Wisto said the Phenema lead is a hot Latina. Phil is torn. Oh, Phil's going to like this game because he loves those hot Latinas. He cannot ignore the hot Latinas, starting with Latina Gina with his Saints Row playthrough.
There was a lot of stuff that is going to make him bite his nails or straight up have a mental breakdown in that trailer. There's girls on rooftops of cars twerking. There's girls in strip clubs twerking. Big fat jiggly mechanics. He's going to hate that part. He's going to be going through it like eyes closed. He's going to be bumping into walls and stuff. But let me ask you this.
Yep.
Like we just mentioned, most YouTubers, reputable, knowledgeable, just general YouTubers, people that want to grow a channel, that they did some kind of a reaction or commentary on that trailer.
Yep.
Do you think he didn't do it because he was too lazy, or that he was scared that people were going to dogpile on him because his takes are bad?
I'd say this. I'd take it, Occam's razor. And I just say Ack on that. Occam's razor is he does the laziest option. So doing that takes extra work, so he can't do that. Like, he doesn't even think about it because it's outside of his schedule, kind of, like, oh, I got to film a separate feeling for my thoughts on that trailer. Fuck out of here. I got a schedule to keep, motherfucker. Get it right. I think he doesn't even think of that as extra content does not enter the mind. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even think about it. That's what I think.
It's just, I could see that being true, and it's very counterintuitive thinking about like what a creator would do. I don't think he's gonna be doing the Game Awards today because it's his day off, so he's definitely not doing it.
Yep.
So
Hell
yeah,
no.
there you go. That's a professional streamer,
Mhm.
and there's dudes with like 2,000 subs going after every single opportunity to actually grow and get any kind of views to their channel. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, instead we have to review movies like that were out for 4,000 years. Like, what was the last one he did? He did
National Lampoon Christmas edition.
That's like my dad's favorite movie. So I haven't watched the review yet. So I do want to see the review. I'll send it to my dad and see what he thinks. My dad loves that shit. Came out in 1986-ish or something. Very current.
I saw some clips of that review, and most of it was just him talking about what he used to do back in the 80s. So it's going to be a trip down memory lane.
Great. Okay, I gotta watch it. Oh, it is a good movie, Base Tube. I love it. I love that movie. National Lampoon's got some good flicks. Come on, good flicks. But very current DSP instead, spending his time reviewing National Lampoon Christmas Vacation to 300 views. So very important. That's getting the eyeballs. Well, it was released yesterday, and currently we sit at 385 views. So, got to get those eyeballs on the channels,
Bro. Oh, this is real, dude.
I'm not
legitimately
joking.
less than 400 views. What the fuck? Why bother at this point? Just go do a reaction to the GTA 6 trailer. Get like 10,000 views.
Yeah, he would get
God damn it,
5,000
Phil.
just from like search overflow. People search for the trailer. It's like, oh, DSP's there. Let me click it. He get 1,000 views just off that. And dude, there's some of these videos in this DSP versus the internet. We're talking 2 weeks ago that have 320 views.
Yep.
Holy shit. Anyways, it's amazing.
Yeah, today I was flashing back to January of this year from my 12 days of Christmas.
Yes,
and
yes.
I found the point when he was teasing the React channel, and he was bringing it up kind of like how he brings up moving away from gaming nowadays.
Uh-huh.
That he's gonna get old, people not gonna be sitting there for him to just react. And now in hindsight, we can see how far he went through with his idea.
Mhm.
He had 3 ideas, right? He had the DSP Asks It interview thing, long form reacts, and normal reacts. And now DSP Asks It is officially canceled, absolutely axed.
No chance.
Then we got long form reacts. They lost steam and are not interesting anymore, so he stopped doing it unless there's huge drama. And the other one gets like 300 views. So within a year, the year is not over yet. We haven't actually got full 365 days. His idea was born, lived, and failed. So that's you might even call that a speed run.
Speedrun channel. KO Gaming lasted. We got to compare it with KO Gaming's active time. I believe that lasted a year. Active uploads lasted a year, I believe. I know he still has it up and stuff, and he put some random shit on there, but I believe that lasted a year as well. KO Gaming. So yeah, he tries new shit and then gives it up, but he does try the old college try for a year, and then it goes bye. But anyways. Let's see, I'm trying to see right now because most of KO Gaming now is emergency streams. When you go to the home, It's just all emergency streams. Every video starts like this. Every video has one of those options, But let's see how long. Anyways, it's not important now. But anyways, let's get to our first message. Go ahead.
You
please.
know what is important?
Is what?
A gift that we get every month that is a great segue to this segment is Sir 2D2 Will and his monthly recaps of views. So now we actually get into the stats. Enough shit talking, enough speculating. We get into the raw numbers, and the numbers don't lie.
Numbers
and they
do not
spell
lie.
some very interesting words.
Here we go. 2D2 Will video stats first. Here we go.
Hey guys, 222 Will here, going to give you the November 2023 video view update. I'm going to tell you the top 5 videos that he uploaded. Number 5, Like a Dragon Gaiden Part 1. Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Multiplayer Part 1. Number 3, Super Mario RPG Part 1. Number 2, Comcast Must Act. And number 1, Important Health Update. The reason I'm telling you this is that because of the
Comcast Must Act. Comcast Must Act, number 2, and the first one was my health update.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Health update.
180 videos that Phil uploaded in November, those were the only 5 to pass 2,000 views during the month.
Oh my god. Holy shit. 5 videos crossed 2,000.
Oh my god.
That's got to be the worst, isn't
Wow.
it? 2D2 Will. Let us know. He
That's right.
Dude,
90
Go
Two
ahead.
of them are literally like epic drama videos. One of them
Yeah.
is having people commit crimes against him, and the other one is like he's almost dying. He's sick. He skipped like 3 days of streaming, and it's over. God damn it, dude.
You have to pull out the big guns of important health update and Comcast. That's what you got to pull out now to get over 2,000. All right, here we go. The percentages are going to blow your mind, I'm sure. Here we go.
views during the month. That's right. 97.2% had less than 2,000 views. 60.5% had less than 1,000 views. And all of those videos are just terrible, obviously. DSP Reacts had no videos past 1,000 views, despite the fact he uploaded 28 videos, averaged 466 views only
Oh
for
my God.
DSP Reacts. As for DSP Gaming, there is literally no game that stands out as being productive last month. And if it wasn't for drama having an average of 3,000 views, there's a good chance that DSP Gaming wouldn't have 1,100 view average for November. It's things are looking bad. He needs those pay piggies even more now.
Yeah, holy shit. Average for DSP Reacts is 400 something.
Oh man.
5 videos were above 2,000. Holy shit. And yeah, like I saw you commented, in the SOK days, I mean, he was 2 million. When he crossed the 2 million view mark back in the day, whenever that was a month, 2 million monthly views, he really thought, I'm going to be done here. I can't continue doing this. 2 million views a month. Now we're hoping for a 500 average on one channel and 1,000 average on the real channel, the main channel. The main channel.
I don't know,
That's
man. He just
intense.
finished. He needs a new groundbreaking idea to get him past next year, because the reacts are only going to get worse and worse. I don't remember the last time I cared about watching his reacts. Ever since he moved them on a Sunday, it's just undoable for me. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Sunday night.
killed it. Yeah, even it's the fun for us is kind of dying. Decepticon stopped doing his streams of them, and it's kind of like, no one's really picked up the bar every week consistently yet. Boat Knight says, this is a good question. Low views, where do the whales come from? Well, here we go. So I think, Meerkat, that DSP's whales don't give a shit about content in any way, right? They are there not for, I enjoy this, hey, I'll give some money. It's, I want to get attention for doing this, so I shall do it. That's what I think. But where do the whales come from with such low views is the question. What do you think, Meerkat?
Yeah, I agree with you for most of them, but some of them really care about the gameplay to the extent where they're only going to donate if a certain game is being played. Like, who was it, Slayer or Jax Rax or one of the guys that liked Street Fighter? That
Jax
DSP was
Raxer.
basically hoping on him to get him through like a Friday night fight segment, stuff like that. Because you never know with his pay pigs, because sometimes he would say something totally innocuous and they would be super offended and would leave and never come back.
Yeah.
But other times he can just talk all the trash he wants and humiliate them on a daily basis, and they're just gonna stay and keep paying up. So it's really hard to see. But I guess it's like different people, so you got different requirements.
Yeah. 2D2 Will has a follow-up here, so kind of analysis of this. Let's go.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick follow-up. As obviously we all know, it is currently December, which means that the next time I am going to do a video view audit on DSP, not only will I check out the videos that he uploaded for December, I will be looking at every video that he uploaded in the year 2023,
Nice.
with the exception, obviously, of the ones that got taken down during that whole Level 1 podcast copyright, whatever that was. So I have a question for everyone listening. I want you to place your bets that of all the videos still live on DSP Gaming and DSP Reacts that he uploaded in 2023, what percentage of them will have less than 2,000 views? Because that seems to be the real threshold point for a good performing video, for lack of a better word. I mean, almost none of his videos perform well, but 2,000 is like where it's really bad. So
Okay.
let me know what you think. Personally, I
Hmm.
expect something like 60% under 2K.
All right. So what percent will have less than 2,000? 60% seems high. I was thinking like 7. I'll go 72. What percent will you go? We got to remember these
Oh.
numbers.
I was thinking in the 80s, because like when you think of videos that would get over 2,000, that needs to be either a part 1 of some kind of video or some podcast where some big drama happened, or a drama video. I don't know. I'm gonna say 80%. And
All right.
also, thank you 2D2 Will for actually going through all these numbers, just so we can get a laugh and we can get informed, and our audience can also as well. So on behalf of everybody, thank you for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Big ups.
Big ups, dude. We got a question here next from Funny Frog. Here we go.
Hi, that being said, I'm Sasha Day. You may
quiet.
remember me from such movies as The Manchildian Candidate or
Hold on. Let me restart that. A little quiet.
Hi, that being said, I'm Sasha Day. You may remember me from such movies as The Manchildian Candidate or Those Ants Stole My Son. As we all know, Mr. Bonnell lives in Washington State. Not only is he right outside Seattle, he lives within driving distance to 3 widely known national parks and 4 national forests.
Uh-huh.
It drives me insane that he lives in one of the best regions of the United States for outdoor activities, but refuses to do anything other than grocery stores or restaurants, and even that's not so sure now with DoorDash. Is there any reason that he avoids doing anything outside other than laziness?
Is there any reason he does anything outside of anything outdoors other than laziness? No. That's basically it.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like doing stuff outside, because at home it's safer. Because outside something bad can happen,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gonna cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. So why stay outside? You can stay at home.
Yeah. When you don't have internet,
Or-
what are you supposed to do?
Well, he technically has an outside in his home, because he gets to go to the backyard and still be outside, but within the safety of his home. And he has the woodland critters. So then again, you start asking yourself, why would he even go to the zoo when he has the zoo in his backyard?
Yeah.
You see, it's a multifunctional home.
Animals come to you, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Come on. Get it straight. All right, big ups. Let's get to the one, the only, the Christian.
Hey, what's up? That being said, hope you're all good. So, yeah, question is, imagine Phil's in like an interview situation and it's put to him, hey, Phil, look, amongst other things, you're just a liar, a BSer. Obviously, Phil's going to deny this, flail his arms and whatever. And he'll say, hey, yeah, whatever, name just one thing. What is that one thing that you should have in the pipe ready to unload given the chance? So yeah, what is that thing? Get well soon, Steve. Hope you're all good. Cheers, guys. Bye.
All right.
Bye, dude.
What thing do you want to unload from your pipe if you had the chance?
Well, that's I guess for that question, you kind of require preparation to know what is, the craziest thing. I would say the narrative, the different stories that he's been giving about the leaks, because this is something that I also came across today in January. He was talking about what happened, and it's never exactly clear if somebody hacked his account, if somebody was able to take money, like he claims they did, 3 times $3,000.
Yep.
That's $9,000. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Or are there separate instances of identity theft? Because that was never verified or validated in the side scrollers interview. They kind of glossed over that, and it seems like he wanted to talk about it, but they just went on to talk about other stuff, so they never got to it. So it's very muddy situation.
Like he likes to keep it. Yeah, I would say for me, it's more about the WB champions, I guess, because like, just drop it on him and say, "Here's the facts. What do you think? You tell me." And then try to get him to talk through his way through that about, because there's so much evidence now about it, not to mention, the Discord shit, the fucking line app shit. There's so much stuff. Just throw that out and say, "You tell me what's going on here." And then I'm sure he'll say some bullshit like, "Oh, that's just identity theft." Okay, well, let's look at the bank leaks then. "Oh, that's not my bank leaks." Okay. Well, here's that one of my favorite bank leaks thing is, can't you, I don't want to say false news here, but I think there's one time the picture with Kat, the picture with Kat in the car where she's kind of looking extra robust, that one, the car one. Didn't they go out shopping that day and it's on the bank leaks, I think, or is that too new? I can't remember. I might be wrong on that. Don't count me on that.
The connection to that was the T-shirt he was wearing that day.
Okay,
so
that's
they
it.
kinda
Yeah, never
guessed
mind.
which
Yeah.
day it was.
I'm stupid. Yeah, but anyways, just show it. Yeah.
There is a lot of stores where he goes, and you can cross-reference that to whenever he's had his day off, and everything just matches, man. Like, for him to assume that somebody tried to fake this or potentially go themselves to those stores to make him look guilty is like the dumbest shit I've seen. It's the least convincing piece of evidence ever.
Yeah. So that's right. He talks about on stream going places. Yeah, that's it. It's talking, not the picture. So we'll say like, I went this place, and that's on the bank leaks. So that's like, bring that up and say, okay, I want you to tell me with a straight face that someone did this just to make you look bad, and they spent this much money, and that like anyone that sees that will be. I mean, not that they already aren't, but Anyway, Mudahar, by the way, is dropping a DSP video next week, so get hyped for that. Mudahar,
that's interesting.
DSP video coming in hot. Vape Tour says, "Come on, dude, it was WB champions and Hogan's. It always was. It's always about those two." Let's get the legendary Supreme Egg Lord. Go ahead.
Hey, that being said, long-time listener, first-time caller, I've got an idea for the old style host there. And I was just wondering, have you thought about doing a deep dive on these dents? I know there's been some good detractor videos about some of their history, but I've never seen anyone go into their threads. I know that might be a little dangerous. Some of these individuals are into some interesting stuff. But I see little posts here and there, like the Kevin Styles guy, right? Oh my God, that dude is something else. I would love to see like old forum post or Facebook post from this guy, just from when he started following DSP. Maybe give us a little precursor, right? A little Wikipedia early life, if you will. I would just enjoy that immensely. But hey, y'all have a great one, and get well, Steve.
Big ups, dude. Thanks for that. I don't know why, but the dents themselves don't actually interest me. And there already is people that cover that. So I'm gonna link in the chat right now Ugly Monsters video he covers some of the
Super Crazy does that.
Super
too.
Crazy
He
does
got
as
a
well.
full
Yep,
series,
yep. Yeah. So it's not really my thing. I don't know why. It's just not that interesting to me. Following people that are of questionable mental fortitude is kind of not as interesting to me. But some people love it. Some people do that, and there's plenty of places to watch that if you want to watch that. So go search it on YouTube. You'll find it. But
there's some interesting rabbit holes like Negi the Fuda Boxer, if you know what I'm talking about. That's an old Tevin meme from Master Saru. I don't know if you remember that guy.
I love Master
that
Saru.
shit was really funny.
Ooh, Master Saru.
There was also that guy whose mom was in some kind of a cult, like Scientology. That shit was really funny, but it's very rare. It's most of the time just kind of like pathetic. It's like The Villain. Some dude that has like an incel podcast talking about how pathetic he is. That's his whole gimmick, basically.
Vidar Viking, there's a lot of legends out there. Air Raid. See, I say that, but I found Air Raid Lord kind of interesting. So yeah, I'm contradicting myself because I did do a whole show on Air Raid Lord. Air Raid Lord was fun because like his dad, the dad thing. You want to talk to my dad? That's the best.
Dude, I remember when he said, that guy Phil, the king of hate, my friend Phil. It's like this dude legitimately was drinking the Kool-Aid. He thought he was like buddy with DSP, and DSP didn't want any of it. He didn't want any of it.
Because like even DSP was weirded out. Like DSP has like social level down here, and then Air Raid Lord goes to the floor, the basement, the core of the earth, and they're combining forces. And I feel bad for the dad kind of the most, because here's like, my son's an asshole. He's dealing with this asshole. I don't know what to do, but his dad was a good sport about it. But that was very, yeah, that's true. That was a fun interaction style thing with him. But yeah, there's plenty of places to learn more about the dents out there. Some of them are interesting for sure. Let's get the one, the only King of the Ring competitor in the house, Bob Starsky. Let's go.
What's up, guys? It's Bob Starsky. Not sure if you're going to play this when I'm recording it, or if you'll wait, because there is another message I'm waiting, but I just had to come out here. Fucking Derek, man. So Kitty on Twitter found a Facebook post from Derek in 2014 with like an anime picture of these.
Okay, hold on. Before you get to that, Bob Starsky himself has sent this image to me, so I might as well show it, right? He has cleaned it up for us, so it is YouTube safe.
Am I gonna see it, or should I?
I'll send it to you on Discord actually, because it's just easy.
All right, perfect.
Okay, that's the picture. It is Bob Starsky has humorously made it safe for us. So
oh my god!
Is it safe for YouTube? I think it is, right?
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
but it's
very
degenerate as fuck.
That's for sure. But here we go. You'll see it, everybody. Hang on. It's it's safe for work, safe-ish. Okay, so there we go. That is, oh god, 2014. He was like 10. All right, let's listen to the rest of the message. He might say it. Here we go.
Two naked characters saying, "I could wash you by rubbing myself against you."
Oh.
2014. You know how old Derek was in 2014? He was 12.
15.
12.
Bruh.
12.
Get the fuck out of here. Get him out of here.
That's why he's the coom goat right there. 12 years old, already on that level. I was looking at J.C. Penney catalogs, and I would thought that was good enough. I couldn't handle that. I'd turn to the swimsuit section of that catalog. I'm done. He's already on this level at 12? Damn. All right, well, he's not done the message.
And he posted that on Facebook, and he's got friends and family on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fucking Facebook.
Yeah? Fucking hell. If you're not sure, I will send this to ALT so he can post it. Maybe you don't want to do that. But fucking hell, man.
That's just the repost on Facebook. Not even adding.
Yeah.
It's not even transformative content. Just posting it.
He's curating the content for friends and family. Obviously. All the IPs got to see that. And they were very happy.
Oh, God. That's... Yeah, okay, so Remy says, I mean, when you're 12, you like 15-year-olds. Yeah, that's very fair. But I also am not deviant enough to share that on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, just public. Along with my, like, school pictures, That's what he was doing on that Facebook. It's like, that's something. That's something.
I guess the takeaway is that he was born like that. He was built to coom. And, he still is.
I'm built different.
I guess. Is he still doing the same gimmick where he's making like 12 different accounts and liking all his posts?
Oh, yeah, that was as recently as last week, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can't stop, dude. You can't stop the coom. Cooming stops for no one. The fuck? What's going on? It's not that a coom itself. Anyways, Derek is the most interesting because he is so deviant. But yeah, other than that, Derek is always interesting.
There have been
he needs help.
I think there have been some pretty hot videos on him. I think Review Tech USA watched one of them. There's like an hour and a half video on his and DSP's relationship and why DSP defending him so much. So yeah, I guess if you want to learn more about that guy, I don't know why you would want to, but there's some funny things in there. It's mostly just profound, unrivaled degeneracy.
Can't stop it. Can't stop, won't stop. All right, let's go. Mario Faker, first caller ever into the show. Calling again. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Mario Faker again, and while I was listening to the plunge on how Phil got Sir John Rambo fired, I just couldn't help but wonder, okay, this is more of a Theo hypothesis than a Theo theory, but is it possible that Phil got his father fired as well? Phil says his father got laid off a year after he did. And I'm just wondering, in between that time, did he badmouth the Sikorsky company? Or did he perhaps misrepresent how they fired him? To the point where they decided to lay off his father as well? I mean, I doubt the managers there would randomly watch a DSP video out of nowhere. But what if one of his Uber fans kept pestering the company to take him back? Like Kevin Stiles. And what if that Uber fan would send them videos of Phil talking about his firing? I don't know. This is a less than probable scenario, I'd say, but I really want it to be true. Anyway, thanks, guys. And if Sam is listening, we miss you.
Definitely. I love these theories like this, but I think this one is not true though, because his dad was a fucking beast, dude. Like, you look at his dad's LinkedIn. We looked at his dad's LinkedIn page. It's all public. His dad's LinkedIn page, and that dude was a maniac. Started in the fucking shop manager. Did this customer service manager. This dude is management. He starts a fucking department and then is the manager for that department in 2 years. You know. The opposite of DSP is Dave. And that company's not getting rid of him because his son's a fuck up. I refuse to believe that. And Phil likes to stay. His dad also got fired, laid off. But his dad got laid off 2 years, full 2 years after DSP left. And he was already on to doing other things. So I don't think they would get rid of such a valued employee just because his son's a fuck up. So
yeah, I don't think so either. But somehow, if it actually happened and DSP cried about it on video and then his fans, I don't know, they harassed somebody on LinkedIn, because it sounds fucking possible, because you got videos of DSP sending people to harass people in the past, especially in that era. And especially seeing how he just got fired from work, he's going to be super salty. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I don't believe it happened.
Yeah, it's not probable, no, but you know, Phil said that you know how much of an asshole Sikorsky was. Their whole Phil likes to tell the story. I only know this because I watched it literally today. Phil says like Sikorsky was in shambles, by the way, when he left. The whole company was breaking down. What he doesn't mean is they were bought for $9 billion by Lockheed Martin and continued service, you know? Like, he just likes to, you know, they got rid of me and they went down the drain, dude. Okay. Yep, they were done. They were totally fucked. And we played the source of, you know, the band song, by the way. That was very funny to hear the clips in their natural habitat, you know? Oh, yeah? So I was looking for, I was bottlenecks and whatever. I did double work. You know, it was good. It was funny to hear those, not in the song, but it was cool. All right. Barrett Wells in the house. Let's go.
What's up? That being said, I have a Theo theory this week.
Another one.
We all know Phil loves to play the victim and will go as far as embellishing the most insignificant stuff in order to make himself seem like he's a victim. The shopping bag incident and the Comcast incident recently, which the Comcast incident, I believe, is completely made up by him and, let's just say, a certain individual of his audience. Ooh. But I digress. Phil has been hammering into his audience's head recently that he lives in a crime-riddled area. Yes. So my Theo theory is that Phil is going to invent a break-and-enter story where the Snort Fort will be robbed closer to Christmas time. Because Christmas sees a lot of homes with high-value items just laying around, so it would be easy pickings for people with, you know, illegal intentions. I'll say that. And anyway, we all know Phil doesn't let an emergency go to waste, whether it's made up or, you know, actually happen. Anyway, love the show. Sam, Steve, can't wait to see you all back when you're ready. Big ups to Alt and Meerkat for holding down the fort, and chat as always. Great to see you. All right. Peace out.
I love that Blind Cow in chat said, bro, no spoilers. Yeah. Yeah, no
Giving
spoilers.
Us behind the scenes info.
Yeah, I hope you're not a writer, dude, Barrett. Come on. But yeah, I mean, I wish we could say that it's not possible, but you know.
Well, if everything is possible, I don't think it's gonna happen. If it happens, I don't fucking know. Pretty crazy. Somebody breaking into a house in a gated community that, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. If you want to do that, you're probably going to end up in jail, or at least you're probably going to get caught. It's pretty safe to say. But it would be really funny if we got a story like that. Of course, it would be even funnier if he accuses the Grinch of doing it, since it's like close to Christmas.
You know what's gonna happen is someone's gonna take like a trash can, and then he's gonna say like, "I was robbed." Full story. He's like,
You know what?
You know, go ahead.
They're gonna break into his house and throw out his trash for him. He's gonna be so pissed off.
I was robbed. I'm safe though, guys. Tune into the podcast tomorrow and find out. Whatever. All right, you know what's happening. Let's go next to
the story of him being robbed, because he went on Twitter and on his community tab, and he straight up said, "I got robbed," and in the same sentence said, "It's not a big deal, by the way, I'm all right." So he wants to have both inducing panic into the people that support him so they can support him more, and at the same time not get him too hyped up because it's actually a nothing burger.
Yeah.
So he wants to balance those two.
It's clickbait. It's a mid to click level clickbait, where you clickbait but also tell the people that it's clickbait in the same title. That's hard to do. I got to give him credit for that. It's pretty tough. Next up is Fistgas in the house. Let's go. Hello. Up. Gotta push the button, Fistgas.
Fistgas, more like fist ass.
Hey, that being said, it's Fizgus.
Baby style.
With the flu and looking after my human style child. A quick question. Name a game that you know would break Phil. For me, it would be Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't think he's ever played it, but the mechanics of that game, especially the combat mechanics, I think would probably give him a stroke. Would hopefully give him a stroke. Anyway, that's it. Looking forward to your games, and I hope everybody stay safe and healthy.
Okay, so what
It's
game
a very good call
would break
with
Phil? The baby?
Very good call with the Kingdom Come Deliverance game, because that one is super slow. It's like a tactical game. You gotta kind of role play what you're doing if you want it to work out. I would say, first of all, I would just default to FIFA, because I've seen him play it and he actually broke it. It fucking ruined him. He had no idea what to do. He didn't know the rules. He couldn't even get past the menu. But any kind of like tactical, more like hardcore type of game, something that you just get it right the first time, or you die, you got to restart again. Something like that.
I would say for me, it's like those games where the barrier of knowledge, the burden of knowledge is so huge that, you know, like the opposite of a pick up and play game. So I don't know if you ever heard of the game Spy Party. You ever heard of that game, Spy Party?
I have.
Yeah.
But that's all I've heard about it. I just know the name.
So I was a bit of a pro player. I played in the competitive league for Spy Party back in the day. But that game is like it takes you months to even be ready to play, because you have to learn about all the characters and all this shit. And Phil would just would not, if he was forced to play it, he would last about 5 minutes, say, "I'm fucking done," because he doesn't do it. A lot of people are saying Papers, Please. He has done Papers, Please, guys. If you haven't seen This Is How You Don't Play, that is a very good game. Very good This Is How You Don't Play, because it is the perfect game to challenge your paying attention ability, right? Pay attention and you won't fuck up that game. But if you don't pay attention, you will fuck up that game. So Phil would, check all the books and say, "This guy's fine, go ahead." And then say, "What? That was perfect." You just didn't check, That's a good playthrough if you haven't seen it. So go watch that if you haven't seen it.
I know you did a reaction to it with somebody else. I forgot who, but I'm sure you did it. I also see in chat plenty of people are pointing out grand strategy games like Crusader Kings, like Europa Universalis, I believe it's called. Those are like super slow paced, very political, very robust. The definition of robust gameplay mechanics is gonna blow his mind. It's like for people that want to test the limits of their ADHD medication. It's like a crazy demanding game. I would also say Football Manager, because that's kind of the football version of that, where you need to manage literally everything.
Yep.
And even if you do, sometimes it just doesn't work and you just lose. He's gonna rage his ass off to that one.
Any MOBA too. MOBA's fucked. Like you got to know to have a chance of winning. You have to know everything, like about the characters, all that shit. That's done. Chess is an interesting one, because you can't complain about anything when you lose in chess, right? You can't say like, What? I didn't know he's going to do that. Like, what else what excuse is there for chess except I fucked up, Or he's,
Yeah.
I guess you could say you know what he would do is say like, this guy's been playing chess forever. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
What? I just started today. You know. So I think, and yeah, he would ask the chat to tell him every fucking move. You know, every fucking move. What do I do? You're saying like A4? What the fuck is A4? Speak English.
The thing about that, you know, what I think somebody's gonna do is just open up chess on some AI app and just mirror his moves and tell him what to do. That's exactly what's gonna fucking happen. And he's gonna win every time, dude. He's gonna sit in chat, look at the Derek comment when Derek tells him, put your knight on L4, and he's gonna do that thing, and he's gonna just fucking win. It's crazy.
Yeah, the queen is overpowered. Yeah. It's insanely overpowered. She can move wherever the fuck she wants. Okay. What? Who thought about this? What are these developers? Mouth-drooling idiots.
The queen is too overly sexualized. He can't play the game.
Yeah. Oh, God. That'd be good, though. Someone should get him to play it. All right. Next up, Like Some Rice. And I was on Like Some Rice's show yesterday, if you want to check it out. He had Like Some Rice was a former Mormon-style human being, and he wanted to compare Phil's, is Phil a cult, basically? And there's a very scientific way to check that. We went through the requirements of being a cult, and wouldn't you know it, Phil is very cult-esque. But anyways, Like Some Rice in the house. Let's go.
Big ups, that being said, Like Some Rice, your favorite side dish here. Steve, I hope you are well, good sir, and on the road to quick recovery, or at least a quicker recovery than you have been. Guys, so I was thinking about this the other day. We all know that Christmas is coming up. Phil likes Christmas, but I'm curious, do you think Santa is a detractor? Because I kind of can't help but wonder, because Phil seems to be naughty every single year, and somehow he still gets presents. So just curious, do we think Santa is a detractor, or is he on Phil's side? Side note also, can we talk about how awful the pre-stream music is on Phil's channel? I meant to bring this up a while ago when I wanted to bitch about it. But after hearing the incredible amount of talent within the detractor community, it is baffling to me that Phil passes off the music in the pre-stream as good. There's maybe one song that has caught my attention as okay, but every single song I can't stand. It makes me physically mad. So just curious what you guys think. Big ups, and yeah, hope you guys are all well and having a good lead up to holiday. So yeah, big ups, guys. Thank you so much.
Big ups, dude. What's Meerkat's favorite musical style host? Let's get your take. What's your favorite? Do you have one? Oh, those songs are very old, by the way. I mean, they're all like 5 years old, right? He has to have a new one in years.
Sure. Some of them are probably over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Terrible. But once I did this social experiment, right? I rolled myself a nice, how do I say it? Cigarette, let's say.
Special
and
style.
I came back. I saw the dude was gonna go live, so I'm like, let's see what he's gonna ramble about while I'm playing something on the PlayStation on the other screen. So I zoned out completely. He hasn't started yet, but the music starts playing, and I start listening to it, and I start actually listening to the song, and I wouldn't say the best ones, but the ones that are remotely listenable are the ones where you got the minimum amount of DSP, and it's just somebody who took an instrumental from somewhere and is just using it. Whenever they try and put together a song, sounds like dog shit. Him in the songs, completely, I don't even get most of the clips, why they're there. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. To the point where it actually, to a random onlooker, a random casual that just clicked the stream, it's pushing people away. Because it's so fucking bad. It's so just stupid and outdated, and it sounds like it's from 2010. The production is terrible. And at that point, just play some royalty-free generic music. There's nothing wrong with that. At least it sounds like music.
Yeah, the problem with that is that's kind of admitting that he doesn't have people making songs anymore, which he doesn't, but he wants to pretend look, I'm a big deal. People make songs for me, even though he's getting, 1,000 views on a good video. But, the songs that his audience makes are just random beats, and they'll just throw in a Dave clip with no context, just all right, just there because that makes it a DSP song, I guess. And it must hurt when you hear all the other songs that people make yourself and others included, that's like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is just, it's a different universe. It's different species of people making this music, and then what he plays on his pre-stream. It's just like, it's amazing. The gap between those two is incredible.
Yeah, I get it. It's pretty crazy, but the whole thing is like, you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to make music that sounds like studio quality or whatever, because plenty of my songs sound like dog shit now that I'm listening back to them. When I was uploading them to streaming stuff, I listened to everything back, and some of them sound like shit. The thing is, his songs are so outdated that it just, like, it's a net negative for him to have them on. They're just fucking bad.
And I want to know who decided on that, just guitar mashing the one note. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, on the podcast today, I talk about my problem with Comcast and my huge health update. Stay tuned. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, what the fuck is this? 18 intros for intros.
Yeah, well, he got 2 intros.
Yeah.
The song on his real intro is all right. It's like a jingle. But that chugging on the guitar, not only does it sound bad, it's also offbeat. So it's like, all you got to do is chug on beat, and you can't even do that? This is like King Cobra JFS level of playing guitar, to the point where you should stop playing guitar.
Yeah. Or I could get it where it's like dun dun dun, and then you go somewhere with it. Like, if there's some hype breakdown after that, all right. I mean, maybe there's something there, but it just goes to, and you see the big face, But anyways, big ups to Danny DK, who says, is Derek thinking about kidnapping a kid? The facts he asked Phil if the guy should be arrested or get a warning. I'm concerned he will do this. So Danny DADK here is referencing the famous picture of Derek asking if a kidnapper should go to jail or get a warning. Out of nowhere, just asking that in his chat normally when Phil was watching a video about a child kidnapper. All right? And Derek decided to ask the question, should he be arrested or get a warning? So remember, Derek is probably not capable of being funny, like, not trying to be funny. I'm just, from what I've seen of Derek, I don't think he is. So this is a legitimate question for him, Legitimate thought went into the question. That's the scary part, right? That's the scary part. He was really thinking about it,
It really sucks that Steve isn't here, because this is like the context for the comment was related to a British boy that went missing.
Yeah.
And I don't think they ever found him, so it was like a big tragedy and a big, very popular case.
Yes.
And then at the same time, you got Derek and Chad being like, hey, do you think the person who did this should go to jail, or maybe just take a quick time out? Maybe you can just like stay outside for a little bit, learn his lesson, maybe let him back in 10 minutes. That's how fucking crazy that fucking dude is, man. Completely.
Let me repeat that again. No, okay. Anyways, Hate Army says, rush down with Queen, mash pawns forward. Yep, that's what V feels. What? Just mashing. This person is mashing pawns. I want to attack with the pawns. What am I supposed to do? Big ups Lord Kane 666 says, GTA 6 segment, DSP distracted by booty. That's why he rage quit. Well, that was probably an aspect of it. He doesn't care about women, though. You know that. So he wasn't interested in the Latina style people in there, I don't think. Joe Dub says, checkmate. Checkmate. Cat's fine downstairs. She's with Jasper. There we go, Joe Dub in the house. The next one I was going to play here is the one, the only, the incorrect beans. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi, Chad. Hi, TBS. I'm inspired by, I think Lefty said it on Taking Outs, Let's Endure Hitman, about how many people Phil could seriously harm or injure, or even worse, when doing some of the jobs where you need to be really responsible. I mean, just think maybe about him being a bus driver. I mean, him with his driving talent, with his people skills, his knowledge of machinery and how to open and close doors. That would be a disaster. It would be hilarious to watch, though, if it wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if we could put Phil in a VR job simulator, that was directly linked into his brain so that he would think it's absolutely real and we could watch it all. What kind of job would you want to put Phil in, and what do you think would happen?
It's easy for me. Comcast customer support. He has to be in customer support to deal with people like him and see what happens. That'd be kind of funny. But what about you, Mary?
There we go. Very nice. Yes. Any kind of customer support. That's a really good call. I was going more for a meme opinion.
Yes.
I would say the bomb squad, because I would like to see him try and defuse some kind of an IED, man. I would love to see that. That would be funny. But everything with customer support, crazy. Burger King working at the cashier desk, crazy. I would love to see that. Working the drive-through, and you hear him like snorting on the other side and just like clearing his throat.
Hello, can I help you today? Yeah, what's your deals today? Okay, well, let me first tell you a little bit about myself. We started making sandwiches in 1487, and then we have a business now. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. That's kind of a good one. But yeah, that would be. If you're talking about hurting a lot of people, like policemen, DSP policemen, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would that work out?
Yeah.
You know, like
police brutality goes through the roof. Man.
That's what I'm saying. He goes to any urban style area, and it's holy shit! Why did you unload 18 bullets? I'm just being careful.
He's gonna be like it's a buddy cop movie, and he's gonna be the incompetent one who can't do anything, and he's gonna be teaming up with like The Rock or someone like that, who's gonna who's actually gonna be the muscle. That sounds very plausible.
Yeah,
because DSP, he can't run, he can't chase after anybody. He's not gonna hit him with a taser. He's gonna miss, and you don't have many shots with that. So he's kind of useless in that. He could maybe be a traffic cop, or those people that just pull over people on the highway. It's like, I pulled you over, okay?
And he would have the most like power, swaddle over to the car. Okay, seems like you were going 45 and a 35. What were you doing? What were you doing? Can you tell me about that? Why were you speeding on my roads? Let me know. Come on, you tell me. Think you're some tough guy? Think you're going fast? They'd be totally like that.
Yeah, and then classically, because this is something that is very common in Europe, I would say specifically in my part, is cops who ask you for a bribe so they can let you go. Otherwise, they got to write you up, give you a ticket, etc.
Yeah.
So he fits perfectly with that. It's like, okay, so now we got to think of like some sort of, I don't know, like maybe a charitable contribution. But they do it in a way where it's not obvious they're asking you for a bribe, but it's kind of subtext. They're implying that you should give them some money so they could go away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely fits him. He's perfect for that.
This could all go away for a sub to my YouTube channel. But that'd be fun. J-Dog in the house. Let's go.
Would he give him his business card with the Sonic hat? It would pull over somebody. Here, you can check out my content. I'm a part-time, full-time Let's Player.
This is a very meaningful interaction we're having here. If you want to show your support, if you know what I mean. Why don't you, cuffs? I'm not going to go there, but participate is what I mean. Yeah, please participate with me here, and I won't give you a ticket. J-Dog.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Give him $100. You unlock the cuffs goal. You get to get handcuffed in the back of the car. Yeah.
I don't know what happened, dude. We didn't unlock it. Got to cuff you now. All right, let's go.
That being said, J-Dog here with a Theo theory in regards to the recent Comcast shenanigans.
Uh-oh.
It's been speculated, I know, that maybe some people believe that Phil staged all this Comcast shenanigans and that this didn't really happen. And one of the theories I want to throw out there to support that maybe Phil might have staged this is if you look at the websites that was trying to get supposedly blocked, they started with HTTP.
Yeah.
When everyone knows that you need HTTPS. Now, if you look at Phil's Fuck You Machinima video, you'll see that he has a Teespring listed in the top center of his video. And he also starts that Teespring URL with HTTP. Coincidence? I think not.
Yes, that has been pointed out. That if someone is a true Comcast style employee, they would seemingly know to do the HTTPS style address, which again adds intrigue to this whole thing. And that's another theory. Do we know what happened? No. Add that to the list of weird things, though. That makes it sound pretty suspect for sure. What do you think, Meerkat?
That's the thing I'm trying to wrap my head around. If he staged it, which is not something that I believe.
No, me neither.
But people are throwing around all these kind of rumors, speculations. If he staged it, it's somebody else involved. Somebody that they're working in cahoots with each other to pull this off. And that somebody at any time can get salty at DSP and just betray him and leak everything.
Yes.
And I think the guy, he is really stupid. That's why he needs somebody else to help him stage it. But he's not that stupid to let somebody have explicit proof that he lied and he betrayed his audience basically just for pity bucks. I'm not willing he's going to put his ass on the line like this. It's a little bit too uncharacteristic for me.
Yeah, he's not smart enough to plan anything like that, guys. So the final take I've approached is someone else did do it. Employee, I don't think so. Just someone hacked it, and Phil said, I'm going to go with this. Because in his mind, that might be the truth. He might really think Comcast did this, by the way, you know?
Yeah.
He might be yelling at Comcast all fucking day, and Comcast is like, yes, sir, we understand it. Yeah, we're going to take care of it. And they just, reset the router and fixed it. And, like, that's the end of it. But Phil still thinks Comcast did it, but Comcast is like, we didn't do shit, but we'll just say whatever it takes to get rid of this dude.
Yeah.
But planning with someone is not something Phil would do. I definitely agree with that. Phil would not risk. He can't risk that anymore because he's been fucked how many times now? You know what I'm saying? He's been fucked so many times. And yes, John Doe points out the Trojan horse theory, Team Trojan, which is the mini PC was the gateway into this, which, we'll never know probably.
Yeah. That would sound believable to me. If you want to sneak something in like that, that's how you do it. And he's going to take it and he's not going to know what hit him, basically.
So Prophet says OIC and Superhound would help him. Yeah, they definitely would. They definitely would. But can Phil
I'm going to go
that?
to the bathroom for this one. You guys,
can Phil
you guys
risk it?
pick this
I don't
apart.
know. Can Phil risk that? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Let's go to the one, the only, another Levi Hackerman. You heard Levi Hackerman last week. We got another Levi Hackerman. Speaking of Levi Hackerman, here's another Levi Hackerman in the house. Here we go.
Burnell.
Uh-oh.
It is me, Levi Hackerman. You see, Phil, what you don't get is that I wasn't arrested because not only am I above the law, I'm above the government. You see, I'm working directly with the satellite man of Tony Chase fame.
Uh-oh.
And as soon as you open up Street Fighter 6 or Call of Duty, I'm going to be putting noise in your wires, and I'm going to be flipping lag switches like mad.
Oh, my God. This is it's Levi.
Oh, Philip, you stupid little piggy. You do not know what I put microphones all around your house, in the walls. There's nothing you can do, Philip. I have CIA connections, Philip.
Not done yet?
Burnell.
Okay, Levi Hackerman just called us, Meerkat. You missed the beginning, but he is here. He says he's controlling everything, switching all the lag switches, adding noise to the line. Holy shit. We've had him.
Go. That
Mystery
made
solved.
all the speculating we just did completely obsolete because then we got the follow-up to the story.
Mm-hmm.
There you
It's
go.
over. Holy shit, man. Levi Hackerman. We have so many versions of him now.
And I see people saw that I'm wearing something that looks like it's pajama pants, but it's actually not. It's much thicker than that, even though it does have the same pattern. I understand why you would be looking like this because it has the pattern. Look at this. The jammies pattern.
Yeah.
But it is actually a bottom half thing that I wear at home.
Is that where you rub your earwax?
No.
Okay.
I rub my earwax on another pair because
Thank
that's
you.
like, I keep them, those are like the wax pants.
Thank you. Those are a little bit more stiff. Thank you. All right. Grandor. Okay. I'll read this name as it's written. Grandor McGowdy. Grandor McGowdy. Let's go.
Hey guys, I had a fun question. So if you could put Phil in one historical event,
oh God,
what event would you put him in? Like, for instance, like put him in the Titanic or something, and they're like interviewing him afterwards, and he'd be like, "Yeah, the captain was a fucking idiot. You should have seen the iceberg coming." Snort. Or you could put him in like, I don't know, World War I or something, and he'd be like running, like waddling in between the trenches, like, where am I shooting? You still haven't told me. Like one historical event. I want to throw it to chat, as you're usually pretty good at this stuff. Anyway, I hope Sam recovers from the strenuous tongue injury that I guess he sustained in his extracurricular activities. Putting that rumor out there, that's why he hasn't been on. He strained it. So anyway, hope you guys are well. Take care.
Big ups, dude. That's a great idea for our Netflix series. We're gonna get that when we hit 50 million subs. Is our Netflix series. We can put DSP in different situations in the past. Yeah, we'll have Ricky Gervais as Phil, or Steven Seagal if he's still alive. When that happens, we'll get them acting out. Phil on the Titanic. Phil at Pompeii. Phil on 9/11, of course. We got to get that. Yeah, the Titan submersible. All these options. But Meerkat, what would you choose for our first episode?
I don't know, man. If it's gonna be our first episode, like a pilot, it has to be a banger.
Yeah,
it has to be something like really hype. So I guess let's say when. Bro, I don't know what to think about. That's not super fucked up. Where a bunch of people died.
Yeah, I know. Like when I said 9/11, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that one. It's not really funny. It's not really funny at all.
I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm thinking about, because that's even worse.
Yeah.
But let's say we're gonna have them. The first time they send anybody to space, instead of a dog, we're gonna make it Phil.
Yes,
because it doesn't come back.
Yes,
so
it's
a win-win for everybody.
Yes, there we go. I like that idea. I'm stealing someone else's. Oh fuck, I lost it. The Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks is one of the woman in America that refused to go to the back of the bus, even though she was urban style.
Is he gonna be Rosa Parks?
No, he's gonna be the bus driver. He's gonna be the bus driver. He is the bus driver, and we with AI just make it real for DSP. But he's back there. What? I'm not, go to the back of the bus, dumb bitch.
Oh man, that one was deep. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need. All right, here we go. Millionaire in the house. Millionaire. Let's go.
Hi guys, long time listener, first time caller.
Big ups, dude.
Style variety. I just wanted to talk about a section that Dave had on his pre-stream. I think it was this week, where he's talking about that new Avatar game that nobody gives a shit about that he wants to play for some reason. He was basically talking about how he's nervous and worried that the game's not going to be very good because nobody's getting early review copies, nobody's talked about the game, there's no reviews, there's not really anything going on about it. And I just thought that was really funny because he literally has been saying for years that people shouldn't get early review copies, blah, 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 blah. Then when it starts to not benefit him, now he's got a problem with it. Just Dave being the king of hypocrisy, as he always is. And just on that note as well, it's probably been brought up before, but I just think it's really funny as well that this guy literally had a trolling website 20 years ago dedicated to trolling people in the FGC and kind of just all over the place. And then years later, he gets trolled constantly and he has a problem with it. I would just call that karma coming back to bite him, really. But yeah, big ups everyone. Thanks for all the content. I really appreciate it. I need stuff to listen to when I'm driving to work and editing and stuff. So yeah, big ups everyone.
Big ups, dude. Thanks for calling. First time caller. Big ups. So yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Quick second, because I saw one of my favorite chat comments of all time. This is going back on putting Phil on a historical event. Phil inside the Chernobyl control room. That would be fucking iconic. It's like, I'm pressing buttons, comrade. And somebody just swearing at him in fucking Russian, and then everything blows up. It's crazy.
There's a lot of good options in chat right now. We should have made that the question of the day, but it's all right. Too past that point now. Logan K has one. I want Phil to be interviewed after the Martin Luther King speech. I have a dream speech. What do you think about that, sir? Well, first of all, it's bullshit. You know?
First of all, I also have a dream. I want to be interviewed. Oh, wait, I'm being interviewed right now. Well, I guess my dream came true.
Why do people listen to this guy and not me? Just because he's already famous, so fucking rich or whatever. People just listen to what he says for no reason. Mouth droolers. But Vermillionaire points out that Phil did have a literal troll website. And yes, to add more to that lore, just in case you don't know, there was a website, legitimate website called topgamers.com, which was kind of listing the fighting game players' accomplishments, and Phil wasn't included on that. And that alone made him create tophaters.com to counteract the topgamers.com that so woefully left him off their list. And that's what created the tophaters.com, which is what a great website that is. Yes, now he has trouble with trolling. When he built a website based on trolling, it is karma coming back at him for sure.
You should plug the Dead Sea Scrolls every time we talk about something that you dove in, because I know you went through that whole site in several episodes.
Yep.
So anybody caring about top haters, go get the autopsy of top haters on the WPIG channel. It's hot.
There you go. Link down below. You're all legends. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Please. The caller also brought up the Avatar game that has been getting kind of mediocre reviews, which is to be expected from a Ubisoft game. But DSP does have a point when he brings up advanced copies and embargo dates, because sometimes when the publisher realizes they got a turd on their hands, they want to make the embargo date as close as possible to the release date. So, the gaming journalists don't spread the word too quick that the game is not very good.
Yep. And Phil now based everything on Twitter reviews. So, like, if someone says that game's not, it's like average, that's like worst thing for DSP now, because if he already has... He thinks every game has to be 10 out of 10. Then he gets the ultimate day one views. So, like, oh, it's kind of average. Well, people are saying, and then he'll just pick whoever he thinks. Like, people are saying it's not that great. So, it's all up to you guys. Come on, you guys' opinion. I need that buy-in, guys. But we'll see. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Yep.
All right, next up, let's get... we missed a Steve's Take last week. So I do want to play that. We do a special Steve's Take. Let's go. Oh, this is no. This is a question for Steve. I'm an idiot. We'll wait for that. I'll send that to Steve a different time. I apologize. So we got some questions for Steve. We got to make sure he gets those. But let's go to John McClain here.
Hey guys, just want to say I'm a huge fan of you guys, and big ups to Steve. Hope that you're feeling better, my dude. So, just a little bit of backstory. So, I actually am a medical professional, and I actually am working on becoming a physician's assistant as we speak. That being said, this is just my personal hypothesis. I do think that this is the arc of where Phil's health really starts to take a nosedive. Or it could possibly be that he just said, F it, I'm just going to just take a week off streaming because I can, and just say that I'm lying. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think this is actually legit? Or do you guys think that he just is using this as an excuse to just basically just say, F it, I'm taking a vacation. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.
I scrolled down farther than I expected. This is a month ago with the sickness arc. Remember, he took a few days off for that? That's where he's talking about there. So, that was the week off thing where he took not a week, I should say. The first sickness thing. And it appears he really was sick, though. So,
Yeah.
He was really sick.
That's what I think too. He sounded like trash in that health update video, and I'm not surprised he got sick. The dude hasn't gone sick in a lot of time. I don't even remember when was the last time he got sick. So of course, something like this happens for anybody at some point. And he was gone, and then he was back, and now this sickness is gonna haunt him until the middle of next year probably. He's never gonna recover from this because it's still a thing.
Yep. It entered the pre-stream lore. What I mean by that is it gets brought up every day during his pre-stream spiel. So Comcast is there too pretty much, and now the sickness is there pretty much, and they all last about, as long as he thinks they get any fucking value out of it, and then they fade off, but we're still definitely in sickness and Comcast world, man, all over the place.
Yeah.
Let's go with another old style one since we're back there already. Let's go with Kaiser in the house. We missed the Kaiser call. Here we go, in the house.
Hello, sirs. Kaiser Augustus on behalf of the Dinner World Order here. Now, guys, what I wanted to talk about is an aspect of DSP's hyper-accelerated aging that I haven't seen anyone else talk about before. Now, we always give ALT shit for being old, but for a guy who was the basis for the biblical story of Methuselah, he holds up pretty good. I mean, he doesn't look a day over 250.
Thank you.
Anyway,
I appreciate that.
I've noticed that recently DSP has been getting those voice cracks, and I don't mean like, teenager style voice cracks, but old man voice cracks, like this, So, yeah, have you guys noticed it as well? And if you did, what do you think? Why does DSP aging? Why is it so fast? I mean, I know he has a shit lifestyle and stuff like that, but I have never seen any other person age quite as fast as he does. Also, I am cashing in the dinner question that I've won with my Phil versus Phil from the Sopranos video. What's for dinner?
Oh.
Okay. The Sopranos video was very good. Thank you, Kaiser. So Phil's super hyper aging, as Kaiser pointed. I think it's simple, man. I mean, it's not like sit on your ass all day, drink every day. Do I need to hear more? That's it, right? What else do you need to know? Be stressed. Constant stress. Every second of your life is stressful as well. Don't forget that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's living in a casino with all this stress, because it's like constantly, dude, are people going to show up to the stream today? Are they going to support? Am I going to get views? Am I going to get memberships? And this shit just keeps on piling on, and it's constantly this buildup of tension and stress, and then release from the stress whenever you get people paping in him and stuff. So that's definitely getting to him. I was thinking, I'm not exactly sure if he talks more or less than your average person. Because he does have like a 2-hour podcast a day, but then again, he doesn't really have any social connections. He doesn't talk on the phone, he just talks to cat. So I think they might kind of negate each other. So he might just be talking slightly above average for like a normal person.
Yeah.
So that couldn't be killing his voice that much.
I think that part about, I mean, like you said, at a casino every day, he's always like, is there any point where he's feeling like, hey, I'm feeling good? I guess there is when he gets the big tip day, but that lasts for what? An hour? Because once that night, it's gone, And then it's back to shit. Here we go again. Next morning, waking up, I got to get this $100 so I can have some money for Hogan's today. That's a tough life, man. That can weigh on you. And then you add gin to it, and then you add the constant fast food to it, which I know he says he doesn't, but he admits to doing twice a day fast food for many years of his life in his earlier years. So I mean,
he says he doesn't, but then he starts talking about late night snacks, which is basically,
sandwich
another meal he gets, but he doesn't count it because it's all like technicalities and semantics, and you don't even fucking know it at any point what he's talking about.
Yeah, that burger. Remember he talked about that like late. I was gonna get something late night. Cat got hungry. Went to Taco Bell. It's like that's not really late night snack material. It's like, come on. I do have something cool I want to share here. Someone has sent some Steve of the Dead style fan art, and I'm gonna premiere it here because I'm allowed. So here we go. This is, I know you can't see it, Meerkat, but I'll send it to you so you can get the full experience.
I'm gonna open the stream in a separate tab. All right.
Here we go. So you can get the full experience as well. This is pretty hype, man. This is awesome stuff. I don't know if you want a shout out. I'll definitely give you a shout out, but here we go. This is it. Enjoy. New Steve of the Dead fan art. Boom. That is very hype. That is very hype, dude. It's like like it fits him perfectly. It's like, it looks like Steve up there being a badass. You got the Octopus, Cthulhu, Dave there. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's basically like a metal band cover art from like the 80s or something like that.
That's fucking awesome, man. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. I'll definitely send it to him right away. He hasn't even seen it yet, but I wanted to premiere it for you guys here. That's awesome, dude. Big ups, dude. I'll make that. Maybe he'll want that as his new thing until he comes back. Yeah, like a Hellboy comic. That's a good way to say it. A Hellboy style content there. Big ups, dude. Thanks, man. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Let's get a few more messages in here. We have always legendary Big Guy. Let's go.
Hey guys, first off, big ups to Mr. Ludacris for trolling Phil with a 7-year-old video on Phil's own stream.
That was the video about the eating the cup noodles with a spoon.
My question is, how did Phil not get the video? Phil claims he understands the video, but his first line of defense was that the parody was just a boring copy of his own content. Great job throwing the 15-year legacy under the bus, Phil. It was like he didn't understand that it was an exaggerated version of his videos. Sir Chris was snorting extra loud, saying stupid things, poorly preparing the noodles, and yet somehow Phil thought it was just a copy of his own video, as if being loud, stupid, and annoying was the entire essence of a DSP video.
Mm-hmm.
And then to top it off, 15 minutes later, he watched a video about the kinds of people you should never trust. And Phil talked about how you should never be around people that can't laugh at themselves. And then he claimed that this is how you don't play his good and smart content, despite the fact that at one point he called everyone that watched Evil AJ's video an attempted murderer. This fucking pig is losing it.
Big Guy always brings the points. So here's the thing about that. Just like Big Guy points up the cup noodle thing, and I'm going to bring up another one, the AVGN parody that Jay Doing Things did.
Yep.
If you give any value or any comment to the parody, that means you're agreeing that it's kind of true, right? So what Phil does to escape this is to just pretend that part doesn't exist, right? To pretend that doesn't exist. What they're saying is so crazy, I don't even get it. What? This guy is jerking off on the couch? What? I don't even get it. What are you talking about, dude? And so that's how he kind of avoids having to deal with that part of the criticism. So he pretends he doesn't even know what this joke is, when I think he really does in his heart of hearts, you know?
It's I think it's more related to him just not being able to grasp onto anything that is not explicitly explained.
Mhm.
And you can find such examples for like 1,000 things.
Yeah.
And that's why he uses semantics in his language so often, because sometimes he would imply, let's say he's implying that he's calling somebody an idiot, but he doesn't directly call them an idiot. So you can't really technically call him out for calling them an idiot because he didn't say it, but it was super heavily implied by semantics. And it goes to his conception of everything else, the way he perceives everything else. It's like, if there's some levels of like abstract thought where you kind of have to figure it out yourself, he's fucking lost.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the React show is kind of getting, I mean, it's always dumb, but it's even dumber now because I think he really understands now that some parts when I don't get it, I just got to get out of this. I don't know what's going on, so I'm out of it, right? So like this joke, kind of worried about it. I don't get what's going on. Let me look for a reason to go to the next video. Because like, remember that the car video is the best example where that fucking car, it was 100% parody with the car, you know, and he says, it's just, he has to avoid those situations because he has no clue what's going on there, so he's out. I forgot to point it out when it happened. You see how the Street Fighter announced those new costumes, Meerkat? Did you see that? The new costumes are coming out.
I know he bought some.
Oh yeah, he bought them all.
After telling people how predatory it was and how it was stupid and was too expensive, and then he ended up buying it on the night stream.
He acted like there was no option but to buy. You know, he said, "Oh, it's so stupid. I mean, people don't buy this. Like, what? What are they doing?" And then he never even mentions that he might not buy it. It's just I have to buy it. You know, it's like, all right, well, I got to buy it. So I mean. But the funny part for me, was that he had a pause for every character. It's like, okay, you know what? I like this one. This is kind of cool. But as you might expect, the people that didn't get pauses were the only one that didn't get a pause. Jury, of course.
Women?
No pause necessary
yes.
for Jury. Just go right on past. I don't have any comment there. Just too hot. Can't touch it. I thought that was funny, as usual.
Yeah, I noticed this little segment when he was talking about skins and how exploitative they are. So he had this first segment first, talking about how toxic selling skins for high prices is and how it fucks up your game. And then the addict brain turns on. The addict in his brain wakes up. And then you get to see him hypnotize himself in real time and convince himself as why this is a good purchase.
Yeah.
And I'm semi-impulsive myself when it comes to purchases. I recently bought a new mic in a audio interface that I don't necessarily need. But I went through that same process in my head too. I started rationalizing it and explaining it. Yeah, this is why it's a good idea. This is why it's gonna pay off. It's higher quality, etc., etc., etc. You can see that same shit in real time that he does for skins in a video game.
Mhm.
So I assume that's the same shit that goes down when he starts playing Champions. It's like, man, I don't need this card. I don't want to participate in this event. And then it kicks in. You know what? Maybe I should participate. This is a pretty good card. Does a lot of damage. I can upgrade it to 6 stars. Pretty good.
He can't. I imagine some of those fucking promos that Scopely does are like just so like, come on, man. Like the Halloween's the best example, but you know what's coming up next is the Winter of Wonder. Winter of Wonder
wow.
2 is going to have who are these even wrestlers? This is I don't even know who they are. I know maybe new wrestling fans would know, but we have these dudes. This dude's in they're in Christmas looking attire and the snow's in the background. It's like
this is Imperium for the wrestling fans out there. So it's just a bunch of German European guys, and their whole gimmick is that they're German European.
So does he
I don't know
see one he doesn't like? I mean, like maybe you might not be into that, but he always is. He spends $1,000 on it no matter what,
These dudes, they're not even dressed in like a holiday outfit. It's just, I mean, I get it. They're wearing like red and white, but they don't have holiday hats or something. It's just like even Champions is getting lazy at this point. They just realize they can just put out whatever the fuck, and people that are addicted are just gonna buy it.
Who wears red? Okay, let's do these guys. And I put on stream now, you can see. The Winter of Wonder. That's going to cost Catherine Burnell, $1,000 from their net worth because the Winter of Wonder. Very cool. This is very hype. Two brand new superstars. What's this going to set you back? The lowest pack is always $100. I mean, it just starts at 100. I don't understand how these people can drop these. I mean, you do you, but we talk about imagine Phil. By the way, let's just think how crazy this is to buy all those fucking second packs of the second or third costume or whatever in Street Fighter. It costs like $100, and Phil's gonna pretend that's a lot. Holy shit, you got to spend $100 on that.
Wait, what? How much did he pay for skins in Street Fighter?
$100 to get the whole fucking stable, whatever it's called. This whole
in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
This thing that we just talked about. $100, really?
$100 to
Dude,
get all
I
of them.
thought it was like $10 per skin or something at most.
100. Come on. You're
Oh
dealing
my
with the
God.
goat. What's wrong with you? $100. But okay, so anyways, that's crazy for most people. Right? It's $100 for skins. All right. So most people are not doing that already. And Phil will say that too. You guys shouldn't do that. But then he will spend. So it costs $6 for one of them, $100 to get all of them. And of course, Phil did all of them. But $110 for Scopely and what he spends on Scopely, that's nothing. $110 is a few pulls. That is shit. So we're dealing on $100 for every skin possible, $100 for a nice pack, but that doesn't get you. Scopely is on a different level of DLC that I didn't know was possible. And apparently a lot of games are like this. You got to make the whales happy, but it's worse than you think, is what I'm saying. It's worse than you think how much they can get from you, how much they ask of you. What game does what? Minimum is $100 to enjoy this fucking two dudes in red suits. And it's Winter of Wonder.
That's the thing. We talk about Champions, we joke about it, but the scary thing is that these games are genuinely predatory.
Yeah.
Like once you get into this and you dedicate yourself to this, it's an actual addiction. Like 100%. There's people on their subreddit trying to figure out how to quit because they're losing money, the family falling apart and shit. This is like actually crazy, and they fuck your brain more than the casino can fuck your brain.
Yeah,
which is weird because you don't actually win anything from it.
Yeah, you don't. You get a higher win rate that's already at 96% or whatever. I'm gonna read an actual copy from their website. This is supposed to be a positive. Okay, so if you buy this pack, which is, I'm not sure how much it even costs. I'll check that in a second. The Winter of Wonder 2 cost. I don't know what it costs. But if you buy it, whatever it is, this is the benefits. You get reduced month-long loot costs, whatever that is, plus more high-end tokens, and more pulls will be $100. So more pulls will cost a low sum of $100. That is a benefit. They're putting an exclamation point on that. More pulls will be available for $100, dude. That's pulls. That's not even like, I'll give you something cool. I'm not even giving you something cool. You get more pulls for $100. Oh, man, great. That's awesome, dude. I get more pulls that cost $100, I think, is my understanding. Holy shit, man.
Look at all this value you get. You get so much value.
Holy shit, man. Anyways, big ups Boat Night. Boat Night comes in hot and says, Kat can't possibly know how much he spends on champions because how could she not fear for their financial future? With all due respect to the one, the only, Chaos Realm, I don't think it's that deep for her. I don't think she even thinks about it. You know, that's, who knows, but you know, I don't think she cares.
Yeah. I think things are pretty simple. That's why she has her own money that she makes.
Yep.
So she doesn't have to ask where Phil's money goes. Because if they both shared the money, and then you know that DSP is getting his YouTube paycheck one day, and the next day it's all fucking gone, and you know how much the bills cost, you can make the math and realize that there's a bunch of money missing.
Yeah.
And then you got a domestic dispute. So when you keep your finances separate, she got her own chump change to spend on burgers and Skyrim DLC, and he's got his money to spend on stuff.
I think she's a very simple being. And what I mean by that is, she goes to work 3 days a week, comes back and plays Skyrim, and that's the beginning and end of it. And I don't give a shit what happens there as long as I got a place to sleep for the night. That's not in your bed. That's what I think. And so she is willfully ignorant of the situation, I think. You know,
yeah.
That's what I think. Oh, Master of Flig wants to correct me here, and thanks for that, Master. He says, you can get 3-star bronze for $20 or 3-star silver for $30. Oh, okay. Well, who wants those, though? Come on.
So clearly, the 3-star silver is better because you only pay $10 more, and you get an increase from bronze to silver, obviously. That's
awesome.
Obviously. Why wouldn't you want to do it? What do you not get?
Yeah. What
Think of all
don't
the
I get? How could I not buy? I'm losing money by not buying right now.
Yeah.
But let's go. Go ahead.
Even crazier is like these apps, these mobile games, they try and push the boundaries of how much people can take. So they would introduce stuff like battle passes, like VIPs, which I think DSP, as far as I know, he pays for his VIP.
Yep, of course.
So you got a subscription within this video game that you're already paying for that is supposed to be free. You got a subscription, and then you got randomized loot. You got all this shit that's also randomized. They're just trying to see what the boundaries are until you break and you actually give up. And they're pushing the boundaries constantly.
Yeah, like
so this shit crazy.
They probably have their team. They're probably teams dedicated to how can we extract the most from our whales while keeping the little fish in the game, though. You know, but. How far can we push this, guys? You know, how far can we push this shit? These people are pretty fucking stupid, but how far can we push it? And I'm talking about the whales, not the casual players, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's the highest level VIP, absolutely, Nugs. Oh, yeah, he's a top player. He has that little mark on his profile, his public profile, dude. He's incredible. But anyways, let's get back to the messages. It's been a while. Maximus 2400 asks real quick, how would DSP react to doing jury duty for a week?
I don't know. Guy who's getting accused is getting the death penalty. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what?
He's instantly guilty, and we're sending him to the big house.
I think he might say he tried to get out of it by saying he has an exemption, but he wouldn't actually have one. But you can get out of it by saying he had some kind of reason for not doing it. He's like, I have streams, guys. I have streams. What are you, crazy? Avatar 2's coming out. What are you, nuts? But anyways, I don't know. Let's get the Cadet Mom in the house. Let's go, Cadet Mom.
What up? I just want to say thank you guys for the podcast. Are you feeling better, Steve? I just want to ask a quick little question about Philip. You guys think he's watched his sister on the hub? That'd be pretty funny if he did. Be kind of ironic too. He's probably doesn't fuck Cat, you know. But yeah, thanks guys.
Watch the what? Hold on, let me.
If you watch Jenna on the hub, you know what I mean. If you watch the Officer Sanders video.
Okay. His step sister-in-law on the hub. Okay, now I get it. Well,
to see what he's missing out on, you know, all the hot content he's not getting.
We should pull a Derek and rate the video. Give some our takes on the video. It's not a great video. The acting is funny. The acting is definitely funny. if you've never seen it, I'll give you a quick synopsis. So, there's a sex store, and there's a guy there, greasy style, young dude, and he's sitting there looking at like toys, and he tries to steal a sexual toy. I don't know what it is. You put it somewhere, and Officer Sanders walks in, and she says, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And the guy tries to hide it, and she's kind of holding it behind his bag, and she goes, "What? Let me see this. It's $11.95. You can't afford $11.95. What's wrong with you?" And then they get him in an interrogation chair, I think. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while. And then they start doing it, and she apparently performs very aggressive hand favors. Very aggressive. Some might say too aggressive. I don't know, Meerkat, your take on that. But it seemed to be a very sandpaperish, very aggressive hand favors into the combo of the oral favors. Trying to be very PG here for everyone out there. And the gentleman the whole time is a pillow, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very
He's
limp.
a little shrimp. He's a shrimp the whole time, bro.
That's where the shrimp went from the cup of noodles, actually. That's the shrimp.
But let's be honest, so was I when I was watching it. This is the least romantic, the least intense, the least horny fucking sex video I've seen in my life. It's like getting checked at the doctor, dude. It's like it felt like I'm watching a medical procedure, and in the end, the dude just splurges out a bunch of fucking glue that was obviously not jizz. It was something else,
clear,
not the real deal, definitely.
Yeah, Elmer's glue is what I compare it to. I actually have a card on WPIG called Elmer's glue because of that. That was used on the set, I'm sure. But I think there is something to be said there. How I think this is so fucking dumb. I don't know how we got on this topic, probably because I started talking about it. But Porno is a skill, I think. I think that's what that video taught me, is because not everyone can do it. Like, these two people should not be doing it anymore. Like, they're just not cut out for it,
Yeah, because if you... Okay, I'm not by any means a connoisseur or a curator of adult content.
Kumasaur.
I'm not, but I would assume if you're going to have a sex scene with, like, people first establishing characters, dialogue, you start a story, those people should be able to at least deliver the lines in some kind of fashion. The bar is not very high, but you got to actually try.
Yes.
And it just didn't work out, she doesn't have the X factor.
No,
which
yeah.
Turns out to be literally like everything.
She does not have
and the other guy, he was just kind of there. I would even believe that he just kind of showed up in the store and they were like, well, I guess this guy, and they just did it. He didn't even know they were filming it.
I'm down.
It's the worst. It's like the worst.
I can't imagine that film. That's oh god, that film scene, that set has to be the saddest place ever. Like, I want to know the discussion point of like, all right, do I need to go get some glue or what? Like, you have to get do you have it ready, or do you have the conversation with the director? Excuse me. Yeah. Do I need to make a trip or what? And you want to ask the guy, but then that's going to get him even softer. Like, if you ask the guy, do I need to get help? Then it's like, oh, fuck, it's over. So what do we do?
Bro, the filming of this must have been like amazingly hilarious. It's so funny, man. The way because like the way you explain it, I can see that being pretty close to the truth, because the guy is struggling. Yeah. If you're directing this, you got to start thinking at some point, when do we just pull the plug, do the fake shit, get it over with?
Yeah. Like, you have to get the shoot out because you already spent some money, I assume. Like, I mean, was money spent? I don't even know. Like, maybe it was just like a free lunch or something. I don't know. But, I mean, they gave him money. This could have been two people off the fucking street, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, where Jenna's the queen of the streets. Let's get real. So, it could just be. Oh, the comments on the video, by the way. Yes, IDoc Watcher says the comments on the video are very robust. They are robust now. That has been infiltrated by detractors now. So there's very funny comments in there. By the way, for Jenna update. Speaking of Jenna, speaking of the queen of the streets.
Oh yeah, let's get a positive update because we just dragged her ass for being bad at all this
want to
stuff.
End with a positive. Jenna has announced her one-prong plan. She will not be taking dates anymore. She will be working with her forever. So we fully support that, Jenna. I hope that is the truth, and you work with your forever to create non-fake or non-fake finishes for your forever, and that's a lot of fun. Everyone's enjoying themselves. No Elmer's glue anymore for in your future. That's what I hope for. That's the future I want. All right. Anyways, Rocco Sandwiches in the House says, if you could have 30 minutes of access to one of the following, what would you pick? All right, here we go. Here are the choices. Phil's phone, the snort fort, or questioning Kat about whatever you want. Ooh, good choices too. Not a joke. Not a joke. These are very serious questions. 30 minutes with the phone, 30 minutes in the snort fort, and let's assume no one's there to make it a more interesting question.
Yeah.
No one's there. No one will ever know you're there. Or questioning Kat about whatever you want. Meerkat, you're on the spot first.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess the phone, because then I would be able to also see his emails and see all the weirdos sending him different type of weirdo emails. That's very fun. Of course, we can verify the champions. You could have a plot twist where you tell me the phone is locked and only the fingerprint can unlock it. So I would be fucked then. But the other case is like I don't care about the snort fort. It's just probably falling apart, disrepair, and moldy.
Yeah.
It would be interesting because maybe they bought some extravagant, stupid stuff that nobody knows about. In Cat, I
wild
don't
card.
really want to.
Wild card. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much she we've seen how she handles Q&As.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I love my girl, but I don't think she'd be the best one to share. I think the phone is the right choice too, because then you get actual facts. Like the snort fort's funny, and if you could take pictures, it'd be pretty incredible. But yeah, the phone would give you the most, right? Checking those emails.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes, you can go through the emails, you can go champions, you can vibe check PayPal, we can take a bunch of screenshots, send them to myself so I can have them once I'm done with the phone. I already got the whole plan in my head.
Yeah.
Just give me the phone.
Yeah.
Give me the phone.
Clip Curator says delete his Scopely account. That would be the worst. That would be the worst ops any detractor could ever do, because it was directly improve Philip Burnell's life. Even if for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. If you, that is the best reverse ops possible on earth is deleting the Scopely account, because it would directly help his life. He would, of course, pick up another game, I'm sure, very shortly.
Yeah.
But I think that would be fine. That would be the negative ops. All right, let's do one more call, and we're going to do it old style. Brad Burnian, though. We haven't heard from Brad Burnian, I think, in a bit. Let's get him in here. Come on, Brad. Give us the heat. Last one. A lot of pressure here.
Hi all, Brad Burnian here. Just wanted to get all your kind of current thoughts regarding DSP React, and I guess a bit more specifically DSP versus the internet. Because I think when DSP React launched, a common question was, how long is this going to last? Is this going to even last like a year? And obviously we're 7 months in now. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to get your perspective on where you think it's at. Like, do you think either the channel as a whole or DSP versus the internet will last the rest of the year? Do you think it might? Do you think there's a specific date in mind where it might end? Like, what do you think? Because, it's obvious Phil just hates it. Like everything he does, he hates it. But I think especially DSP versus the internet, it's almost baffling. Well, actually, no, it's almost impressive how literally nothing on the format works. Like, he hates the submissions, and there's so many terms and conditions that his Dent fans have to listen to. And, we saw recently he did watch a couple of Detractor bits, which was a bit interesting. Again, for us, obviously, for his fans, I don't know if they really care that much about what he has to say about Detractor bits. So, I don't know, maybe that's the sign that he might transition a bit more to that. I don't know. But what are your thoughts? Where do you think, how much longer do you think DSP Reacts and DSP versus the internet has? All right, bye.
I think he has some more legs on that. If he has how much does it cost to join? Let me try to join right now. Can I join, please? Standard member is $3.99. Yeah, so let's say if you have 100 times $3.99, that's $400 for 4 days work. You want to keep that going. Yeah, at least, right? And he does get
because you already got, the top tier is like $20. And the $20 guy gets to submit 1 or 2 videos, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's your ultra membership. Oh, he didn't even change his fucking His fucking loyalties badges, they're the same fucking stupid crown. Like, at least do a minute of work, dude. Like, could you get at least different badges to invite people in a little bit more, entice people just a bit? Well, nope. You get a cool chat crown badge, dude. Awesome.
Yep.
There's
So
15
there's,
Ultra members.
15.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. I mean, he'll never stop
is
it
a
if that
lot.
keeps. He'll never stop if that's the deal. Then why stop? He hates it. Oh, he absolutely hates it. He wants to kill himself when he has to switch. The switch from the pre-stream to that's a sad switch. The transition is sad, but got to make that money. Got to get that money.
Yeah, even if it sucks, even if it doesn't work out, he's gonna keep doing it. At some point, it's gonna be a negative for him, but he's gonna be in denial, so he's gonna keep doing it because of the sunken cost fallacy he's already got. Because he'll be like 100 episodes into DSP versus the internet, shit's gonna stop working. But like we mentioned earlier, the Decepticon, he had a tradition of doing them every week. He's not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. So if the trolls care less and less, then for us at least, it's trash. So I can't even imagine what it's gonna be for the regular DSP fan.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be like negative content.
We have to keep it going for these guys. How else are we going to get the Winter of Wonder dudes? Come on, guys. Get it straight. We got to get these guys.
The winter.
We got to get these
It's all
dudes.
for this.
It's all for this. It's all for the red tights. Love it. All right, everybody. What a show. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. A lot of good questions in there today. Thanks, everybody, for the contributions, the questions, and the contributions, and the meaningful, positive contributions. They're DSPS there, but you know what I'm saying. We will be back on the weekend, on Sunday, for our Legendary Style show. Hopefully, a Legendary Style guest coming in. Meerkat, any streams planned until then?
Planned? No, but I'm gonna continue the 12 days of Christmas. I got 11 more to go, and I gotta finish them by the end of the year. Otherwise, it's not gonna be Christmas anymore. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Show up next time we do something. Next Thursday's fanfic special guest. Show up or blow up, I guess. And thanks for watching.
Big ups. And WPIG live on Saturday for Ask the King shit. You're all legends. See you then. Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and the things we get to do together. I definitely want more time with them and more family time, but I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously. All those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think